Greetings, Sun sign Pisceans and Rising sign Pisceans. My name is Gordon and we're going to be looking at for you guys at the astrology trends for the week commencing the 27th of July through to the 2nd of August. Now, as we look back over the last few weeks, the energy has been quite intense, and you certainly would have had your challenges. You'd have had things that have worked and things that wouldn't, but they necessarily have brought you to where you are now, which is in an area that would be different than you were 4 to 6 weeks ago because of the changes that those planets have brought in. And that can either be in a change in the way you're thinking, or it could even, for many, would be a change around the workplace. Okay, so the main look this week, we have a full moon. We have a full moon in Aquarius, but to a bigger or lesser degree, that wouldn't be felt too intensely, I don't feel, by you Pisceans. The main part that we want to be looking at really is, of course, the big news, which is Venus. And this week we start to see Venus really go into its full-blown retrograde cycle. Now, if you want to know about retrogrades, you can search on the channel. I did a video about Mercury retrogrades. You get the idea around any planet that is entering into this retrograde time. But essentially, it concentrates the energy of that planet, the virtues of that planet. And of course, the virtues of Venus is much more pragmatic. It's a planet that loves to give. It loves to make things happen when Venus is around, and it can inspire you as well, so it can make you feel quite emotionally uplifted when it's in the right placing. Your old ruler, your new ruler, if you're a modern astrologer, is Neptune. But of course, if you look back into the past, and I tend to be more on the traditional side, you'll find that Jupiter actually traditionally rules the sign of Pisces. And the relevance of that is that that is about to move on into Virgo. Not imminently, but certainly as we go towards August, September, you're going to find those change of energies. But the key that I'm getting to here is that Venus and Jupiter are running together. Now, those are the two great givers in the zodiac. They want to give you things. They want to make you in a more positive position. Now, the energy in your chart at the moment is in your area of routine, your area of work and or routine, getting up, dealing with the house, dealing with relationships that are already necessarily established. Now, when Venus comes into this area, it's going to cause a little bit of shake-up. It's going to cause you to be, for some reason, examining that area of your life. Now, this can be obviously a great time for you to go out to the gym. It can be a great time for you to start new diets. It can be a great time to start looking at you and how you want to be in a much better position, you know, on a physical basis. But also, this placing can look at the more mundane areas in your life that are also going to come under the spotlight. Now, this can be from work, it can be travel, mundane travel to and from work. Perhaps you're going to change your car, you're going to change the way that you get to and from work. But also, it's going to look at the very fundamentals for you. It's going to put you in a time over the next few weeks where you're going to be examining how you feel. And that examination is going to bring about a very positive change. Ultimately, it'll be to do with relationships. But at this moment, some change is taking place that is leading you to that destination. Now, as we move through August, that is going to become much more clearer. It's going to become more obvious. But in the meantime, if you haven't subscribed to me, do press the subscribe button, so that gets you the videos on a regular basis. So as this all unfolds, you can keep track of what is happening with you. It's a very important time for you, Pisces, as you go in over the next 3 to 4 weeks. And I can't really stress this enough that it's going to be a time of reflection. There's going to be a certain amount of change as well going on here, and it's the final touches as you come through to the end of the year. So a very important time as you move through August to do, ultimately to do with emotions. Thank you very, very much for listening to me, lovely Pisces, and I look forward to speaking with you again next week.